I've made many fingerboard obstacles in the past, but the one thing I haven't delved into too much is the realism side of things. I always see these really cool realistic fingerboard obstacles in parks online, and I honestly really love them. They're always just so cool and aesthetically pleasing to look at. So today, I decided I was going to finally make a realistic fingerboard obstacle of my own. I've always loved the idea of a fence gap for fingerboards. I feel like it's not something that you see too often, so I decided I was going to take it to the next level and make it a fence/grass gap. I wanted it to be a gap where you gap over, the classic grass section with some cool little plants to make it aesthetically pleasing. But then after the grass section, there would be a little fence area so it looks like a gated off dog park maybe. Also, to point out the obvious, I know that this style of content is very, very different from the other styles of content that I normally make. But honestly, this is the style of content that I've been wanting to make for a very long time now. I just didn't really know how to incorporate it with the content that I already made. But I think this could be a good middle ground. So let me know in the comments down below if this is something that you'd want to see more, or if I should stick with my old stuff. Alright, so I've been thinking for a little bit how I'm actually going to go about sticking this together, because I want it to be very structurally sound. Like if I want to bring this to an event, I don't want it to fall apart on the way there. So originally I was going to use just wood glue, but let's be honest, that's not going to hold up too well. Like it'll hold, but it won't be perfect. So I was thinking of using a mixture of wood glue and screws. Like this is not going anywhere when I have a screw in it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these two sides right here in, and then once they're dry, I'm going to screw some screws into the bottom. So there's literally no way they're going anywhere. And then just to cover up the screws in the bottom, I'll just put some like little foam tape. I need to put that anyway so it doesn't move around. Now referring to my original photo, as you can see, I was originally going to do like a little sidewalk area, which is pretty cool, but at the end of the day, it'd be kind of weird because the sidewalk would have to be elevated to make it like look realistic. And if I want to make it functionable, it would have to be fully flat. So I just think the sidewalk is a little bit too weird. So I got to thinking, I think I'm just going to do a road. I'm going to take the top part, make this part a road going this way. Then it's going to be the grass and the little fence, which still hasn't came in yet. Where is it? Give it to me. Recently, one of my friends asked me why I always use copyrighted music in the background of my videos. And honestly, when he said that, I was extremely confused. But after talking for a little bit longer, it turns out he was talking about how I always use Baby No Money's music in the background of my videos. And I would just like to say, the reason why I use Baby No Money's music in the background of my videos is because 99% of them are not copyrighted. It's awesome. And also, he just produces really good music. It's an overall win-win. So if you're a content creator and you want to use good music in the background of your videos without giving up all of the money that you make from that video, use Baby No Money's music. It's awesome. Alright, I know it's dark in here, I'm sorry, but I want to do a little update. I was looking at this, and this thing is really strong, and I didn't put any screws into it yet. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna. This is like not moving at all. Like this seems to be very structurally sound without any screws, so screw the screws. Screw them. Or don't screw them. I'm not gonna be screwing. Alright. Now I just need to do a base of black spray paint and then do some nice like yellow lines on top of that to make it like all aesthetically pleasing. But I don't want to paint yet because if I mess up on this, that would kind of suck. So I did a little test. Now, one thing I did realize while I was making this sample is that when I was spray painting it, not all of the parts were like completely proper. A lot of the black seeped through, which means I would probably have to do like at least 2 or 3 layers. But I have to be honest with you, I kind of like how this looks so far. It gives it a more realistic feel to it. Because they never actually repaint the road lines for some reason, even though I spend tens of thousands of dollars in tax. And I bought this for $10. Anyway, I'm joking. Let's see how this turned out. I'm excited to see how this looks. Because it does look good with the tape on it, but maybe not when the tape is off. You ready for this? Epic Satisfying Video 2025. Oh, that sucked. Oh, I did a terrible job. I guess that makes it more realistic though, eh? This side better, not even close. Why does it look like that? Why? Maybe the middle will look good? Alright, so what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna do the same thing again, just like reverse style. And then while I'm doing this, to test this out again, I'm also just gonna paint this whole thing black as well, because this seems to be fully black. But I might have to rethink how I'm doing this. We'll see what happens. Finally, it came in, the fence is in, so I can finish this obstacle. I have this fully painted black now, it looks nice, but there's just one issue. I have tried to make this look good for so long. I tried to like add like some fake wear in the middle and all that, and it doesn't look terrible, it looks pretty realistic, but it's just not exactly what I wanted to go for. And also the whole sinkhole thing is just kind of weird in the end, so I'm gonna switch it up. Thank God that this black paint was a primer, because I'm gonna be using it as a primer now. I went to the store and I bought some gray spray paint, because I'm gonna spray paint this entire thing gray to make it look like a cement. I just want it to kind of be like an overgrown skate spot now. That's kind of what I'm going for. So let's go spray paint this thing gray, and then after we're gonna add the fence, add the grass, make it look all realistic, and we'll be all good. No way! It's gray! Oh my god. I honestly really like how this turned out. It looks a lot different than how I thought it was going to turn out. Because the wood has like weird rivets in it, the black kind of seeps through the gray in like specific parts, but it looks really nice and it kind of adds to the realism of it. I love how it looks, to be honest. So now we just have to add the grass, all the details on the fence, but there's one thing I want to try and do with this fence that might not be possible. Originally, I was just going to have the fence right here, but I think it would look amazing if I had it come out on all sides. It would make it look a lot better. I just don't know how much fence I even have, to be honest. I mean, it might be this big. I have no idea. I haven't even taken out of the package yet. So let's see. Okay, yeah, this is... Oh, well, get out of here. Okay, yeah, this is like exactly what I wanted. Oh my... Okay, we have more than enough. Oh my god. Yeah, we're good on fence. We're chilling. So I want it to be like this, but, well, I mean, kind of better than that. But before we even do that, let's add the grass onto it so I can kind of use this as like a base. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, that looks great. That's like exactly what I want. Nice. Now it's just time for me to shape this fence to it and then attach the fence. I think I might just glue it. Use like some hot glue on these sides and then just cover up with some moss after. Because it doesn't need to be extremely crazily strong, right? And I just need to cut this fence. Okay, hope I don't regret doing this. Alright, boom, there we go. We got the fence and the grass on, and honestly, this thing is looking sick. I love it. We're obviously not done just yet. We're very close to being done, though. I just want to add all the extra details now, like the moss and the mushrooms. But then after that, we're going to ride this thing and see how it functions.
She gobble it. Big dick appointment, got at colleges. Sold her every show on all the continents. I don't know where I got my confidence. I'm a half full type of guy, I'm an optimist. Sipping on a Henny toxicologist. So I bought a house in LA, all the live I just rented out. You can bet your ass I own all the cars in my roundabout. You ain't making too much sense, I don't know what you on about.